basketball league called the LND. This is a well-traveled man from Amherst College University. First of all, you played well today. You know, the team lost. So how you played very well.
Thank
How'd you feel?
I felt good. It was, I've been traveling. I left on Wednesday from India and it took me about 2 whole days to get here. So my legs were a little tired the last couple of days. I'm surprised I had so much energy. They played me almost 40 minutes, so
I know.
I had it ready to go.
The whole game.
Yeah.
So this is, I gotta start with India. So what city in India did you come from? You were just playing in a league in India, is that right?
Yeah, so I was playing in the Mizoram Super League. It's in Ajal, India. And it's one state in the northeast part of India that is very westernized, very Christian, and they love Western things. They love basketball. They have a thing called Mizoram's Got Talent. They have like Miss Mizoram, all types of Western things that like isn't very common in India.
Yeah.
So it was a new experience. The city's up on a mountain. It's like the tail end of the Himalayas.
Wow.
So it's way up north. It's difficult to get to. That definitely made my travel a little bit harder.
So how long did you play for this club?
I was there for 6 weeks. Very short season. 14.
That was the season, 6 weeks?
Well, they're in the finals right now. So my team, we didn't make the finals. We were the 5th seed. And it was 14 games, 3 games a week. So it went by pretty fast.
That was the season. 14 games.
We had an all-star game in the middle. And like I said, right now they're already in the finals. And it started at the beginning of February. So.
Now, is this the new elite India league that you're hearing about? Or is this completely different?
No, this is India's top basketball league.
It is.
For whatever reason, the other Indian basketball leagues don't allow imports.
Okay.
So this is a one import league. They're allowed to bring in one player from another Indian state. And the imports are very good. I mean, much more travel than me, older guys, very good players, to be honest. So it was a good experience for me. I learned a lot.
So prior to India, where were you?
Prior to India, I was in Uruguay for 5 months playing in the Salto League, Liga Salteña. It's on the border of Uruguay and Argentina. I actually played with my teammate number 19, Diego Diaz. We played in the finals against each other.
Oh, wow.
So that's how we made this connection, and they needed somebody that could come and.
I was about to ask you, so that's
Yeah.
Now, in Uruguay, when you played in the community section, tell me about the level that you were.
So it was a state league, so I would say it's probably the second or third.
Okay.
They have a league in the summertime called the Metro, but the Salto League goes on during the same time as the top league, Liga Uruguaya. So this is kind of like the second or third league, depending on the year, to be honest. It's probably a little bit down right now because of COVID. It's a small town. But from what I understand before, it was much better. It was considered like the second. So it fluctuates.
So in the league you were in, these teams. Were these teams all in the northern part of Uruguay that you played in this league?
Well, actually, the western part. So it's right on the city. Salto is like the biggest entry point between Uruguay and Argentina, and the other city is Concordia. So it's probably the westernmost part of Uruguay.
So in other words, you weren't playing against teams from Montevideo. You were playing against teams in the region.
Yes, yep, exactly.
Because if you look at a map of Uruguay. Okay. Now, you also played in Nicaragua.
Yeah.
Where did you play there, and how long did you play there?
So I played in Managua, in the capital.
Yep.
That was my first gig, and I got signed kind of similar to now to come finish the season.
Okay.
So I only played, I think, 7 or 8 games. They were looking to make a playoff push. They had an Argentina player who wanted to leave. I guess he didn't get along with import. So I got lucky. It was my first opportunity. And, I didn't play up to my expectations, but it was a good experience. I learned, and it made me come back and play much harder. Like I really got to work after the experience, and it made me hungry, to be honest.
So how does this work? I'm sure the average fan is like, wait a minute, he's getting picked up toward the end of the season. He hasn't been traded. He's like going to a new country. So do you have an agent? You talk about a relationship with your teammate.
Yeah.
How does it normally work? Do you have an agent?
So normally, a lot of the Division I guys, those guys get picked off for the agents first. So the agents go and get those guys. So me as a Division III guy, not a lot of agents wanted me. So I actually had to market myself to a lot of agents. I did Uber. Yeah, so I have an agent right now, George Pagano, great guy. He's the one that helped me get my first gig. He brought me here also. So, and a lot of times it does work like that. Like if I have a connection with a player who has respect for my game, he might tell his team, hey, reach out to this guy. I know him. I know he can play. So this situation was a little bit of both.
So let's recap this because they might turn off the lights on us. So how many years have you been playing outside the U.S. since college?
So this is probably the end of my second full year. I started in 2021 in September. So this is almost the end of my second year. You know, I went up to Canada right out of college, 2019, but I got cut. So I got cut after 2 days. Different situation. I learned from it. COVID hits. I was stuck at home. I played in a league in America called the TBL, the basketball league, which is kind of emerging as like the third league. I played in that, got a lot of experience because those guys were all home too.
Sure. What team did you play for in that league? I'm familiar with that.
My first team I played for was the West Coast Breeze in San Diego.
Sure.
Last year I played again for the team, the SoCal Moguls. We ended up in the Final Four. We had a good team. So both years I had good experience and I learned a lot. It's different playing in a different country, you know. Playing in the TBL, you're with Americans, you're more comfortable, you speak English, better players, local players, obviously. So you know, those were like some experience I really took. You really cherish that playing with Americans, but then when you come over here and playing with guys that don't speak your language and stuff.
So just one final question. I'm just going to throw this one out. Craziest experience playing basketball? Maybe it was crazy fans, a crazy ending to a game, something highly unusual. What comes to mind is at this point in your career, it could be college, it could be overseas, craziest thing ever, high school, and something that's like, whoa, that was nuts. I'll never see that again.
Well, there's two, I'd say. One, my first one when I went to Nicaragua, it was so humid, and it was my first time, I probably wasn't in the best shape. I was sweating through my shoes. Walking and sweat was coming through the pores of my shoes. And the second one is where I just came from in India, we played a game, all the gyms lights were pitch black. And if you can imagine India, there aren't a lot of lights to begin with. So the gym went pitch black for like 5 minutes.
And are they making announcements or what?
No, I got turned on eventually, but you know, that happens a lot in that area of India, to be honest.
Was it in the middle of a play when
The other team had a fast break layup, thank God.
really
They had a fast break layup and the lights shut off. I said, thank you, Jesus.
Wow. So just the final question. This goes to like the aspiring high school, college players who first they want to finish high school and then go to college, get a scholarship. What would you say to someone that maybe like a D3 guy? Hey, can I really play overseas? What's your inspirational message?
Well, the first thing you got to do is get in shape. My mentor is Ronnie Fields, very famous guy from Chicago. He told me that over and over again, and I listened. You have to get in shape. You can't be your best player if you're not in shape. The second thing I say is play everywhere. Before I came here, I was playing semi-pro basketball. I was playing in tournaments down in Mexico. I was talking to everyone that I could and trying to learn as much as I could.
Networking yourself and then getting better.
Exactly. You got to talk to everyone. You can't be afraid to reach out to agents, send them your tape, stuff like that. You got to make those connections. And then if you really want it, if you're willing to sacrifice some things early on, it'll pay off in the end, I think.
So really the story here, folks, is the love of the game, passion, and follow your heart. Because, you know, with your body, right, unless you play golf, right, even as Tiger Woods, the body breaks down. As I'm a career coach in my real life, and I am Mr. Sports Travel here. Live the dream, right? Whatever your passion is, pursue it, and now they are going to turn out the lights. We're turning out the lights on this interview, Mr. Sports Travel, Jeremy Ireland. Thank you so much. Safe travels to you, my friend. We'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.